Welcome back to March of Dimes, Stress Master. Thank you guys for joining me. Really do appreciate it. I'm not recording on my normal way. I'm recording on a webcam, so sorry if the picture is a little bit weird. But I did want to get a video out and bring what I found out to you guys, which is a couple reveals. First one is Boston Crusaders, so I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. It's called Paradise Lost. So if it's anything like their SOS show, it's going to be amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Not familiar with any of the music. Okay.
After the Goliath show in 2019, we had a staff meeting in September, as we always do after the season. And we made a really conscious decision to try to shift the brand. What we had been doing with the Witch show and the SOS show and the Goliath show, kind of epic quality scale drum corps, human will inspired shows. We decided that going into 2020, we wanted to go kind of setting and landscape and environment first. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Or what kind of human experience happens in a space that is the center of the story? It led us to Paradise Lost. It's an epic poem by John Milton that's based on the biblical story of the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve. There's conflict. I mean, there's two sides. The battle is created. You know, there's a human experience of wonder and then of knowledge and of corruption and of temptation and of consequence. But at the center of it is this Eden. It's like the classic story of the human condition.
There's a lot of variety to the show this year, emotionally and musically and stylistically.
Since I've written for the Corps, and this is year 10 for me, we've never used this many soloists or small ensembles in a show. The music for the opener, it starts with a small fanfare that then becomes a percussion feature, that then becomes a large brass fanfare, that then turns into a big ensemble piece. We're pulling music from, in my mind, he's one of the top 5 band composers of all time, and that's David Maslanka. We're using a portion from his Sweet Child's Garden of Dreams, and then we're also using some material from his 7th Symphony. Our ballad is based off of Wonderful World, kind of a reimagining of what that song is. So I think people will be surprised how we use that.
This year, the percussion feature, we wanted to kind of transition into it with a soloist. Originally kind of inspired by improvisational jazz vocalists. That is in dialogue with the front ensemble. So we kind of did our version of that inside of this piece, and it develops into featuring the percussion, and really the guard and percussion will take the stage and really fill up a moment in the show. Having
a solo brass instrument within the middle of a percussion feature, they really are in the mix with what the drummers are doing. And with the processing sound, we're hoping to kind of create this kind of new instrument that hasn't been heard on the drum corps field before. We're taking the Victimone tune, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and we're turning it into a Piazzolla type tango. It's going to be very sensual and very kind of rough and raw, and we're going to have 26 trombones on the field. We're super excited about that production.
26.
We're taking something that people have a preconceived idea about and totally flipping it on its head.
This will be the biggest color guard that Boston has ever competed with at DCI, which I think will be very exciting, and something that was really awesome was having so many rifles on the field last year.
We're at this level, we're getting a lot of kids who know so much of it. We have 30 some plus vets, so the foundation of the guard is really strong. The style, the pedagogy of how we teach, the foundation's already there. We haven't had this talent that we can spread in this way to do some things that we're going to hopefully do.
We're always looking to get the most variety into a show that we can. A variety of musical genres, musical feels, things that are going to be aggressive, things that are going to be soft and pretty.
We had to create on the field a massive landscape that could create our own Eden. So this year we're using props that are inspired by trees or a forest, but they're giant, really minimalistic metal sculpted cones.
I've seen these actually.
From an environmental standpoint, we really wanted to try to create this landscape. These props are going to allow us, one, to get into vertical space a little bit differently than we have been able to. This, I think, is going to allow even
Sorry
more
about the
of that.
camera. I don't know what it's doing.
When you ask, like, what are our creative goals? Ultimately, it comes down to finding a concept and finding an idea that has an identity and a setting to create an arc and to create pace. But within all of that, it's also setting up opportunities to do drum corps. You know, we have to set the brass up to play well, to sound great, opportunities for the
Those are
percussion
cool
line
uniforms
to show
from
off
last
their
year.
skills. We need to do the same thing with the color guard to show off virtuosic moments.
We're always looking for new ideas. I mean, we've been doing this a long time, and we want to keep pushing ourselves and pushing the members to do things that we haven't seen before.
The story that this is based on just has a lot of passion. We've talked about what we've done as a brand over the last 3 or 4 shows, where we really want to try to bring that passion into whatever the concept is. I'm very excited for audiences to come in and see another level of depth in the writing, another level of virtuosity. It's going to be very exciting to get this out in front of people.
Crazy. All right. Sorry about the camera. It's just unfortunate, but because I don't have the same studio I used to have, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, it was cool. I love Boston, man. They've had some amazing shows the last 5-6 years, and it's just I can't wait to see it. I'm going to be at DCI. I'm going to get to see them live, so I can't wait to see this. And I do remember seeing those metal pillars or cones that they have. I saw it somewhere, maybe on Facebook or something like that, but can't wait to see what they do with it. So it should be pretty interesting. But thank you guys for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks to those that have subscribed. We're past 100 subscribers already. If you were on my previous channel, just go ahead and subscribe. If you weren't on my previous channel, go ahead and subscribe. That way you get notified every time we have videos. And I'm going to try to get some more videos up on here. The last weekend I wasn't able to, birthday weekend, so I wasn't able to get a video up, but I'm going to make sure I get some up this weekend. I'm getting one up right now as you guys are watching this, and you're going to see it. But I'll try to get some more up this weekend, and also some of my old catalog. I'm going to start uploading those. I know if you guys are on the Drum Corps Coffee Shop, so shout out to Robert Martinez. Great Facebook page, man. He's doing 1990s best endings, so they're starting to go through. So if you haven't gone to his Facebook page, go there and become a member. A lot of cool stuff on there. But that kind of sparked me to I'm going to start putting up my verses. So I have about 3 or 4 different verses, like 93, 90, can't remember, some of the other years, and I might actually do some new ones. I'm thinking about doing 89 Santa Clara versus Blue Devils, or not Blue Devils, but Santa Clara versus Phantom. Hopefully that won't get copyrighted like Babylon did, but we'll try. But anyway, so thank you guys for watching. Greatly appreciate it. See you on the next one. Until then, march on.